children, little children, and a baby here. Seems like is there a line to the left over there? Or is that taken care of? Is there a line to the left? Show me the whole thing, straight up. Okay, great. Thank you. There was a time when you would call somebody. First of all, they would answer. You understand? Somebody would be there to answer the phone and say something to you. Now you got places, establishments that's supposed to be there to help you. They won't even answer the phone because they don't want to hear it from you. But there was a time when you said, "Listen, if there was a water problem, a heat problem, or electricity problem, you would call certain people, and they would do everything they could do to try to get you up out of that situation with those children. But you can call now all day long, and you can leave messages telling them I have a baby, I have several children, the love of many has waxed cold." And so I was going to preach and teach the Onward Christian Soldiers class tonight, but God began to work on my heart about getting the right perspective on cold weather and the right mindset, because some of us are going to be in this for a little while. And I'm talking primarily to people who choose to live in the South because they don't want to be in the cold. People who moved from the North. They moved from Jack Frost country to move down south to not be in the cold at all, and to enjoy the usual changes of the weather, the seasons that are so beautiful where I live at, and not so much today. Okay? So, and it's blowing people's minds. And people, where I live at and down south, this is very disconcerting, to say the least, and very painful. And obviously we're not ready. We don't hear about any blackouts up in Chicago or New York right now, I don't think. But we're not ready for this. Where we live at, we're not built for this. Everything is already shut down because of the cold. Things don't shut down in Chicago and New York because of the cold. People, they live up there. They know how to deal with that. And so God began to put on my heart a little message to help you have the right perspective. Because sometimes you just need to know that God is involved, that God is in control, right here. Here you go. Gotta put that thing on it. Over here. Pass him that. Pass him that. You don't need it over there. What I gave you. The white one. The white one. And sometimes we just need the right perspective to be able to handle it. just like some Texans, they just want you to tell them the truth. Texas people in Texas, you got to come clean. You got to come with the truth in Texas, man. People don't play that. In Texas, your word is your bond. And that's how they roll. And the people who move to Texas, they're pretty much going to be that way. People who live here are that way. And when you start moving your hands, trying to answer a question, and you're not answering the question. For example, the news reporter, who's an excellent news reporter, he's going to the network. I can assure you, this guy, I forget his name. He's got the gift. He's got the on-air TV gift. He's a new guy, I've never seen him before. But he was questioning the guy over ERCOT today. And he was professional. He was respectful as he could be, but he knew the man was spinning a tale. And he didn't want to hear it because he was representing the people, and he did a wonderful job. And he leaned in on the CEO of ERCOT. That has nothing to do with Disney now. This is talking about the Texas electrical situation. While we're in the mess, it's a national embarrassment to be the leading energy producer. And millions of our people have been in the cold and in the dark for days with children and babies. And the man told the CEO, look now, tell me the truth, man. Shoot straight with me because, see, we're not going to necessarily be mad at you, but we got to know the truth because we got to know what we need to do. Now give me a time and a day or something when this is going to be resolved. Whatever y'all are doing, when it's going to be resolved. Now you're the CEO, you should know. And he heed hard and meet hard, and he did not give a specific time and date, and half smiling, half growling, growling, and no, no sir, no sir. And this guy, he is network bound. He's too big for the little networks. I mean the little local stations. He's too big. The talent is too big. Talent is too big. He was on it. And had the right temperament, the right mentality, the right attitude. You know, some people try to go overboard and try to be so hard, and he didn't do that. But he was hard enough. Everybody who saw the video, I think it's WFAA Dallas is Channel 5 and NBC. He's going to the network. I recommend him because he was on it, Jack. Every segment he dealt with, he was on. I've never seen the guy before, but he is it. He's the it man. He had the governor squirming around a little bit, and the governor, who was normally cool, calm, and collected, he was livid because he knows that this. See, not only is this hurting the people. Right now, he knows this is going to jeopardize his job, politically speaking. Because folk going to remember this. And what folk are saying, and Texans are very forgiving. Texans are very understanding. But you got to come clean. You got to come clean. And that's what the governor, Abbott, was trying to do. Come clean and express the anger that he felt from the people, because that's inexcusable. Now that's a miracle that we have lights and we have electricity. It's a miracle. I guess God said, "You preaching my word, I got to have some lights to shine on you." I don't, but don't be surprised if our electricity won't go out. And this is very uncomfortable for Southerners. We can handle 40, 45. we can get our heads around 42, 46, 47. We can deal with that. But when you get down, start talking about 16 below zero, 19 below zero, and you can feel it inside your house. Jack Frost be coming into your house, say hello. Huh? How y'all doing up in here? I haven't seen y'all in a while. Y'all ran away from me. Jack Frost be nibbling at your toes for real. Jack Frost will come on in here and make you put some, if you don't have any gloves, make you put some socks on your hands. Jack, even if you have some heat, Jack Frost will make you put on 10 layers of clothes. Yes, sir. And so, ERCOT man, CEO, he didn't help anybody today. If he can be fired, he will be fired because he didn't do right. He didn't do a good job. You mark my words, you're going to hear somebody, heads are going to roll over what's happening in Texas tonight. Now, that's one thing Texans will do to you. They'll get you fired in a heartbeat. And he's consider him gone. You mark my words, consider Mr. ERCOT gone. He's going away from here. He messed up. And then when you don't come clean, you really messing up. So, ladies and gentlemen, briefly tonight, I want to preach in your hearing and talk to you a little bit